Namaste, and welcome today to Margot, who's here as our model. And I'm going to be beside her for the opening part of the practice. And she has a mat and one hard block, a squishy ball, a strap, and a spiky or a hard ball. Either or is just wonderful for our bodies. Today, we're going to start at the wall. We're going to start at the wall and look at our lung breath. Lung capacity is two things. Number one, the size of your lungs and the ability of your lungs to function. As my cardiologist says, we all come with the size of lungs. And when I had my operations, they said I had this beautiful Scottish person. She says, "You have the weest lungs I've ever seen for your size." So genetically, unfortunately, I'm predisposed. As they said, you're predisposed with height, and there's little you can do with height. Maybe shrink a bit in your lungs, and then you work with your lung function. So if you have huge, gigantic lungs, you can take in big breaths, or unlike me, I have to really train my lungs because my lungs are wee and small. So let's come to the wall and bring your back to the wall. I highly suggest that you sit on a block to elevate your hips towards the wall, or you might sit on a pillow or something that feels good. And see if your butt can touch the wall. And after your butt touches the wall, I want you to find where your legs can feel good. So let's try crossing your legs and seeing how that feels for you. This is a body check to see how you feel. How's that feel? Let's try another body check. Let's take one leg and extend it what long? Oh, that's kind of a nifty position. Or let's try the other leg and see if that leg has a little bit more length in the hamstring. Okay, we're all there feeling what it feels like for our body. Or maybe you like this position where soles of feet come together. Or maybe your last choice is straight legs or soft knees. So I would like you to find a position, and I'll ask you to check into your body in case you want to move through the practice. So I'm going to cross my legs, but you choose wherever you want. And I'm going to skip my body back towards the wall. And we were not meant actually to be on all fours. Whoever made us with that little tiny spine, if we were on all fours, we'd be good. But on two legs, it's really hard to keep us up. That's why these muscular structure of the abdomen and the lower back need to actually be super strong, so they hold up our torso. So I would like you to feel your shoulders on the wall. So just slide yourself onto the wall with your shoulders and move your shoulders around. That's it. And then naturally just come to quiet and notice, is there one higher? It's called the scapula bone, or is there one lower, or is there one further off the wall? So try to even your blades without effort. And then I'd like you to try to connect as much of the bone of that scapula, that wing, towards the wall. So all you're going to do is pull your shoulders wide. So most of us, as you saw when we were relaxed, had the rounded shoulders. So we're going to practice stretching these muscles to have great posture. And as you notice, most of us have our head in front of our spine, and this causes intense stress in the neck area. So let's bring your head back to the wall. Oh my gosh, that's a little bit of an effort. And when I bring my head back to my wall, did it pop up or did you bring it parallel to the wall? I'd like you to look down, and it's called the drishti, concentration point. And I want you to feel your comfort right now, because this is unusual for most of us to sit like this and to practice this for the next 5 or so minutes. I'd like you to keep your head on the wall and turn to your right. And when you turn to your right, pull your left shoulder down. Have 3 breaths. As all those muscles, it's called the levator scapula muscles, that go right up into the nape of the neck. And then keeping your head on the wall, just tilt your nose down. So you're not going to let your head come off the wall. And then you're going to pull your shoulder blades super wide on the left side and breathe. Now you're going to keep your shoulders on the wall even, so you'll probably have to push into your left shoulder and take your head off the wall and drop your nose to your armpit. So now where do you have to pull? You have to pull down and out to get to that muscle that connects to what's called your clavicle bone. It runs horizontally. So pull it wide, and keep the breath flowing. Come back to the wall again. Well, that's a hard one. And then pull both shoulders super wide, pull wide. All the computer shoulders that need stretching. And then slowly come back with your head to center. Once again, I'd like you to tuck your chin, keeping your head on the wall. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Pull what's called your mobilized, anus and genitals, up to your throat. And pull your abs under your ribs and close your ribs. This is called core stabilization, being able to stabilize the muscles of the trunk that help you stand tall. Keeping the mula bandha, anus and genitals pulled up, keeping your abs under your ribs, your uddiyana bandha, it's called in yoga, keeping your ribs super tight, keeping your shoulders wide. I'd like you to take your head off the wall now and drop your nose to chest. I'd like you to open up your mouth with a ha and start to nod your head. Now make sure the shoulder blades stayed wide. Keep nodding, keeping the shoulders on the wall. Keep nodding. That's it. And then come to quiet and pull your nose forward towards your chest. Pull your wings down and wide and take your tongue in and out of your mouth like a little serpent. Little in and out, in and out. Beautiful. And then let your tongue just come behind your teeth and then slowly lift back up to the wall. Tuck your chin super deep and see if you can grow through the upper part of the head. And then keeping your head on the wall, turn to the left. All the way to the left as far as you can go, all the way to the left. Pulling your blade down your back, pull. A little bit more backing out of the driveway, and then pull both wings super wide. Pull, 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 pull. And then bring your head off the wall and drop your nose to your armpit. And then pull down on the right. Hold that pose. And then bring your head back to the wall, keeping the nose in the armpit. Ooh, that's a hard one. A rotation with a flexion. Pull down. And then slowly come back to center. Open your mouth with a, keep your shoulders wide on the wall and drop your nose to chest again. Open up your mouth now, breathe through your mouth and nod your head again and make the ha sound. Ha, ha. Very nice. Beautiful. And then come back up and relax. So wherever it falls, your head probably won't be on the wall. Bring your hands and hold elbow to elbow. All right. Come back to the wall and feel both walls, both blades connecting. And then bring your head back to the wall. Oh my gosh, we're now adding shoulder movement. We're going to bring our arms up to the wall, keeping both shoulders back and down. Keep your chin tucked. Don't let your chin pop out because it want to pop up. And see if you can pull your elbows onto the wall or towards the wall. And then take your nose to the right, back to center, and nose to the left. Go right to left 4 more times. And listen as you pull your shoulder and armpits wide, what you feel as moving side to side for that neck mobility that we lose so often. Pull those armpits super wide a couple of more times as you're really pulling your armpits wide. Your elbows are trying to reach the wall, so really pull towards the wall. Last 2. And then come back to center. Bring your arms down by your belly and open your mouth with a ha. Come on back up on the inhale. Try to bring the elbows further back to the wall, tuck the chin, and then bring them back down. Continue this motion as the trunk stays super quiet. Now I want you to orientate your thinking to the wings of the back. So listen to what happens as you raise your arms. Are both points staying on the wall? Is your head on the wall as you come forward and back with your arms, working the shoulder extremities And the arms, everything else is quiet. Listening to the ability to stay quiet in good posture with arm movement. Last two. Oh, I love this shoulder workout. We're not going to get stuck sitting on our computers. And on the last one, hold the pose with your arms wide, pull your elbows to the wall and drop your nose to chest. Start breathing through your mouth, panting. Close your mouth and have 3 coughs. Bring your head back to the wall and bring your hands back down. Whoa, super feeling in your shoulders. Keep your head back on the wall. Bring your hands to your shoulders and just flap your arms. Lovely practice, everyone. That was a big shoulder workout. All right, bring your hands here and change the shape of your legs. So do a different shape of your legs and move them around just to get sort of, and move your shoulders. And we're going back to the shoulders. And I'd like you to just fall forward off the wall. And then walk your hands down and change hands to opposite legs. Hold on with your fingers to the outside of the leg. Pull your elbows wide as you can as you drop your nose down and feel all those muscles between the wings as you pull the elbows as wide as you can, dropping the nose. Then slowly come back up and bring your hands above your kneecaps, hands crisscrossed, drop your nose to chest, pull your elbows wide as you can as you drop your nose. Take your tongue in and out of your mouth and go. Then relax your mouth and close your mouth and feel the tension leaving your jaw. Pull the elbows one more times wide before we go back to those shoulders. And then slowly lift back up and open your mouth with choices of legs. Are you happy here? You want to go back to crisscross? You choose, find your shape, come back to the wall. Bring your head back to the wall. Oh, do you feel more comfortable? Margot, I feel a little bit more comfortable, don't you?
I feel comfortable.
Good. Chin tucked. Let's bring our arms now in the letter U shape. So elbow and shoulder are in a horizontal line, and fingers and elbows are in a horizontal line. Turn your palms in, thumbs are touching the wall. Palms are in towards the head. And we're going to try to come up into wide Y shape, keeping the elbows and the hands as close or on the wall as possible. Is one of my elbow wants to pop off. What about you? Okay, tuck your chin now, because most of us have started to lift our head. And then pull both wings as wide as you can, into the wall, wide. All right, are we ready? Mula bandhas, anus and genitals are going to work now. Here we go. Squeeze Mula bandha up to 10 out of 10, right to your throat. And then let it go. Mula bandha. Oh, this is hard work. Looks like we're doing nothing. Mula bandha, more anus and genitals from the anus, not the genitals. And let it go. Again, these are deep in core muscles. Anus first, please. Anus first. Activate. Pull wide. Release. 3 more. Here we go. Up, 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 up. Release. Up, pull, pull, release. Last one. Up, up, pull, release. Slide your arms down. Open up your mouth with a ha. Crisscross your arms on your legs. Crisscross your legs if they're not already crossed. And drop your nose to chest and just sit there shaking your head and releasing tension in all those beautiful postural sittings that we just did. Maybe make a sound that makes your body feel really good. Nice. Can you pull the elbows, bending them a little bit wider, feeling the ability of those muscles between the wings to be able to really stretch? Nice practice. practice, everybody. And then slowly lift up. And take the right leg out if it's not already out, and bring the left leg in. Lift the right arm up, left arm up, right arm under, and lift up as high as you can first. Up, up, up. Then pull forward as far as you can pull. And then drop your nose to chest. And once again, feel even a bigger pull with those muscles between the wings, because these muscles get super tight. They either get super elongated and they're held there, or they don't have the ability to move in and out. So in this position with your nose tucked, I want you to bring your wings together, pull, and then pull them apart, together, apart, together, apart. Oh, we've got such good mobility in the shoulder girdle. Together, apart, together, apart. 4 more, together, apart, together. Oh, what a good shoulder class. Last 2. Last 1. And then look straight forward, lift your arms 1 more time, and turn your body to the right and drop down to the right. Open your mouth with a breathe through your mouth to cool. Start moving a little bit more to the right if you can, and the left kneecap is pushing to the floor, identifying that big stretch that you probably will feel in the left lower back, called glute medius and minimus, right by that butt muscle. And then push down 1 more time on the kneecap, feeling it maybe in the outside quadricep. Beautiful. And then very slowly roll up on the diagonal. Look up to sky as you slowly use your core to come up. Look way up to sky. Beautiful. And then bring your arms behind your ears and bring them down by your side. Open your mouth with a pause for a moment and feel the reflection of this beautiful practice. Turn towards your left side. Bring your right elbow into the knee. And as we inhale, we fall sideways. And as we exhale, we go in the other direction for a lateral flexion, putting left hand on the ground. Continue on inhaling, using your breath on the inhale, and on the exhale, squeezing and soaking what's called our intercostals, muscles between the ribs. Continue this float as we close our eyes and go deep inward, feeling the generosity of our moves. Working with that lower back mobility. 2 more. We don't want to get stuck in any position. And then come back up to center and hold on elbow to elbow and turn to your right, center, left, center. Continue on trying to move from the belly. So the belly is the initiator, up into the ribs, and then the shoulders. Not the shoulders are leading, the lower back is leading. Once again, rotation, we get stuck in our postures, and we find that our bodies just don't want to twist quickly, and we need it for paddleboarding. We need it for so many different things. Give me 4 more, loosening up, lower spine. 3 more. Last one. Fall forward between your knees. Flex your heel on the right and open up your mouth with a start to move around your jaw. Does it feel good to take your tongue in and out of your mouth? Just play around with that, or maybe make some kisses. Maybe pull yourself forward a bit more. Beautiful practice, everyone. Pausing and waiting. Saging, and that's our theme today, rather than aging. Saging rather than aging. And then slowly lift back up ever so quietly. Crisscross the legs again. Allow your body just to neutralize. Yes. Can you feel the change of shapes? Really sit in it. All right. Shirley Sharman, I talk about her a lot. She's this great physiotherapist, and she's very famous. She's 80 something, and she just has wisdom. And one of the things in her practice that I just love is the fact that the intercostals between the ribs can get so tight, especially with this, as she calls it, this craze of 6-pack abs, that these muscles get so tight that they interfere with back health. So bring your hands onto your rib cage. Like, I'd like you to connect all of your palm on your rib cage at the side. She said we must learn to expand these muscles, intercostals, as big as we can, and then really pull them and contract. Let's try that together. Inhale, expand at the ribs, not at the belly. Big expansion. Pull, pull, keep, hold at the top, hold that, pulling apart, and then start to pull them in as your breath comes out of your body, as you exhale. Now, I want you to exaggerate the pull in. See how much you can pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Get that diaphragm really to empty. And now it's an expansive breath. Quickly, inhale, quick, pull, 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 really up, wide, wide, hold, hold. And then she says, go really slowly out so that you come in and really focus on the diaphragm, picking up and under the ribs and holding that out breath. It's called come back out, pausing and waiting, ready for that big breath in. Again, big breath in, expand. Now expand a bit more, expand a bit more. Hold at the top. Get ready, slow out, slow out. How much can you move those ribs? How much mobility do we have in the back because of that? Now empty everything you can, go even further and pull the diaphragm up and under the ribs, empty, and get ready. In breath, big in breath, pull, pull, hold, come back in. Are we ready? Slow out, pull. This is your last one, so make it your best, really feeling the rib cage coming in and diaphragm pulling up and under. And you've got more breath, so keep going if you can. 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 This is all lung work that I have to do all the time because of my wee lungs. And then just breathe normally and bring your hands down onto your knees. Open your mouth with a, just fall forward. Breathe through your mouth, allowing the energy, what you just did, for your lung capacity. And in this squish position, I want you to cough 3 times, really big. Cough. Big, big, big coughs. And then let your mouth hang open and breathe through your mouth. Just no efforting through your mouth. This is all breath control work that we do in yoga, each class, different ways. Roll slowly up. Pause at the wall and don't force, don't bring your head anywhere, just pause, don't bring your shoulders anywhere. Being in the moment is a perfect moment just to listen to all the changes that you're creating by showing up for yoga. Thank yourself for having this ritual in your life of sitting and breathing and stretching, and now contemplating about saging. Make a sound, let it all go. Take that left leg and bring it out in front of you. Take that right arm and bring it up. Take the other arm on the left and bring it under and intertwine. Pause for a moment, allowing the shoulders to adapt. And then we add the enlargement by pulling them up to sky and then pulling the elbows forward to pull those muscles, rhomboids and traps between the wings. And then add the stretch of dropping the nose down. And many of us like to breathe through our mouth in here, so it just cools. Or others of us might choose to close your mouth and breathe in and out through your mouth. You choose. The sage does not hoard. The more he or she helps others, the more benefit to themselves. The more he gives to others, the more he gets himself, herself. The way of the sage is to act, but not compete. Very slowly turn towards your left side. Pause as you pull left, and then drop to the outside of the knee on the left, and allowing your face to relax and feel as if your eyeballs are dancing on little strings so that the eyelids are heavy. And feel how your eyeballs are relaxed. Maybe you breathe through your mouth. What works for you? Maybe you can rotate a bit more and turn more to the side. Maybe you can pull one more time forward on that shoulder or that lower back on the right. And you're pausing and you're breathing and you're really focusing on breath and brain working together. And then contract your mula bandha, anus and genitals, contract your abdominals under ribs, and slowly on an angle, come all the way up. Looking forward, start to lift your arms to sky, way up, back to the wall, and then slowly bring your hands down onto your legs. Open your mouth with a pause and wait and feel the expression of change that you created because you are your greatest healer. Take that left elbow into the left knee, and on the inhale, bring that arm on the right up and over top of your head. And on the exhale, laterally bend in the other direction. Closing your eyes, continue on, inhaling and exhaling. Find your own cadence and your own pace, your own dance in this move. Wherever the dance takes you, just follow the speed and the delight. Watch where the body pulls. One of the qualities of the sage is they are in the moment. They're not always thinking in their own head about their creation. They're listening to the world and waiting, integrating whatever is said in the world, and then responding accordingly to the dialogue. The busy chatter monkey mind can be set to rest in the sage. Last 2 times. And last drop. And then just allow your body to fall between the knees without effort. Don't push or shove. Open your mouth with a The Sage by William Martin. Older or wiser, growing older either reveals or hides the mystery of existence. If you are becoming a sage, you will grow in trust and contentment. You will discover the light of the deepest truths. If you are merely growing old, you become trapped in fears and frustrations, and you will see only darkness towards death. The great task of the sage is learning to see in the darkness and not being afraid. There is one primary choice facing every aging person. Will we become sages, harvesting the spiritual essence of our life and blessings of all future generations? Or will we grow old, withdrawing, circling the wagons, and waiting for the end? As the sage, it is your choice. Very slowly, roll back up. Pause to feel your back now and bring your head back to the wall, shoulders back to the wall. Tuck your chin as deep as you can, one long line of energy, and thank your body for this beautiful sit. And then bring your head off the wall and hold on behind your knees and bring your legs super wide. So I'd like you to walk right to the edge of your block. And if you don't have a block or something underneath you, I'd like you to make the block. And I'd like you just turn and I'd like you to walk forward and feeling the left side of our body and the inner thigh. Rotate your nose to the outside of the right knee and let your head hang. Then take your left hand somewhere down the leg, or some of us will go to the baby toe. Take the right hand now and pivot on your right hand as you turn your body all the way around in a forward fold and a rotation. Then take your left hip and your left belly and pull the left hip and belly into the floor. Left hand is reaching to right baby toe or leg. Palm on right is pushing us around in a rotation, squeezing and soaking our internal organs. Beautiful, everyone. And then slowly staying forward, come back to center. Open up your mouth with a shake your head and let your lips hang loose. Maybe nod your head. And then come all the way up and feel the energy upward from the back of the crown. Can you feel someone up in the heavens or the essence around you that you've loved deeply? Oh, I have so many lovely people who, Anne and Nancy, their essence is pulsating through the back of my crown. And Nancy's saying, come on. Anne is saying, come on, let's lift to sky and exalt our heart and allow our spine to right itself so that we're tall in life. And once again, go back to your Mula Bandha and pull your anus and genitals and abs under ribs, 10 out of 10. Lift it up, squeeze more, hold, using those internal muscles that we forget about and we fall out the bottom end. Pull more, sustaining them, sustain, and then keeping your spine really long and quiet, back of crown leading to sky. Let it go with a Activate again, one more time. Anus and genitals, abs under ribs, squeeze rib cage together, back of crown leads to sky. We're lifting up through the torso, up, 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 higher, higher. You can do it. You can grow tall. Now this time I'd like you to squeeze your shoulder blades up to your earlobes and then pull it down, keeping your torso towel and your Mula Bandha up, release, up, release, up, release. We got to be able to move those shoulders through ranges of motion. They don't want to get stuck, but hold your Mula Bandha, anus and genitals up. Give me 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of your Mula Bandha. Open your mouth with a turn towards your left side. Walk your body down. Make a sound. Take your right hand down somewhere down the leg. So reach down, flex your heel on the left. Keep reaching towards the toe to the outside of the leg, somewhere across. So right hand to left leg or toe. Left palm comes into ground. We start to pull forward and then rotate all the way around from your belly. So keep pulling yourself around on that palm. The left palm is pushing into ground as we're pulling our belly around. Pull. Our nose drops a little bit more to the center. Our mouth hangs open and we can feel our backs in a beautiful shape. Couple more breaths here. Squeeze and soaking our digestive system, eating those good beans and those legumes, those kale, arugula. These are the magic greens. And then staying very low, releasing the arms and coming back to center. Open your mouth with a shake your head, let your lips hang loose, let your jaw be loose. And then slowly roll up. And once again, pause. This time, lift your arms up, keeping your shoulder blades down. Palms are facing in. Pull your wings down your back now. Pull them down, straight arms, straight arms. So once again, Mula Bandha lifts, Uddiyana Bandha, abs under ribs. Now we're not bending or extending the elbows. It's through the shoulders. So bring your up and down, head back, keep your Mula Bandha tight. Keep going. 10 more times. Crisscross your arms, drop your nose to chest, open up your mouth with a beautiful practice. Lift your head, hold on behind your kneecaps, and slowly bring your knees in. Pause for a moment right there. And then you're going to take your block away, and you're going to walk all the way to the top of your mat on all fours. We're going to put our fingertips at the top of our mat. And We're going to take both knees together and take the right knee into chest as nose comes to knee, and I'm extending the leg out behind me as my eyes come forward. Continue this motion in and out, as slow or as fast as the body is taking you. Nice, everyone. A couple more. And if you choose, take your opposite arm and tap the knee as it's in, and then extend the leg as it goes out. 4 more like that. Just releasing the shoulders and the hips after all that. And then leg comes down and knee comes direct under the hip. And let's go to the left side now, in and out. Exhaling as we round and inhaling as we take the leg away from us and eyes up. If you choose, you can take the opposite hand to knee and then reach it out for your balance. You choose if you want to do that or not. Continue on that beautiful pose 4 or 5 more times. And then hand comes down. And body starts to come onto our bellies. We look around for our squishy ball, and we come down to our elbows with our squishy ball right by our hand. And we come up into our position of Sphinx. We lift the heart and spread the fingers and feel our back in extension now after all the flexion we did sitting near the wall. And then we start to roll side to side if the back is okay. If it's too high up for you, you can come palm over palm. You choose whether your back likes rotation and extension together. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the forehead wants to be on the earth to do this rotation with the hips. You choose. Keep rotating the hips side to side. You might even choose to come to quiet for a moment. Bring the knees as wide as your mat, and then bend the knees and maybe start even a bigger rock side to side. Maybe your head is on the ground, or maybe your chest is up and your eyes are forward. You choose for your body. You might choose slow or fast, whatever you want to do, to get that lower back to really move through spaces, because this is our big plate in our back, our sacrum and our lumbar spine, and it doesn't have much motion. It has more stability. So by having our hips on the floor and rotating, we make sure that back has some movement in the lower spine, laterally. And then slowly bring your feet to the floor. Slowly tuck your nose into the earth and hands under your shoulders. And push your way back into your expression of child's. Flatten the toes if the body will allow. Find your hand position that pleases you now, wherever it is. And open your mouth with a hum. Where do my hands want to go now? In front of me, down by my side. I love this quote. Nobody grows old merely by living a number of years. We grow old by deserting our ideas. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm and ideals wrinkles the soul. Open your mouth with a Take your arms out in front of you and reach to the right side of your mat. Take your right hand on left wrist and start to pull diagonally sideways and play around with this pose, whatever feels great. There's this great book called The Pilgrimage into the Third Act of Life. And I love the 13 points of people who are going on the pilgrimage and doing a great saging job of it. Many of us are just on a journey. The difference between a journey and a pilgrimage. The first point is embrace the pilgrimage of life. Pilgrimage is one that goes about the world. about yourself and is actually looking around to learn. So number one, embrace the pilgrimage. Slowly start to walk your hands to the other side. And in this wonderful book, number two is focus on, number one, self-awareness. They said in this third act of your life, you become knowledgeable about all of your characters. You recognize all of your characters, your shadows, and they're all okay. There's no judgment. Number two, they say that in navigating this, that you have self-respect. You believe in yourself, that you're worthy. You believe you're a good person. And you deserve the right to have a full and good life. And the third of focusing is called transcendency. This is in Maslow's hierarchy, the highest level of development. It's the highest level of development by focusing on to higher goals outside yourself, to others. Very slowly, walk to the top of your mat, have your ball and your strap close by, and roll onto your back with the ball and your head at the top of the mat. Self-respect, self-awareness, and self-transcendency. Make sure that you can extend your legs along the floor and pause. And feel how wonderful it feels just to pause. The pilgrimage of the third act. I'd like you now to bounce on your ball. So I want you to feel pushing into that levator scapula, those muscles that come up. And then push hard and have 3 breaths, feeling a release after all the neck work that we did. Now we're just really releasing. And then come to quiet and turn your head to the right. And bounce on the right, left, bounce, bounce. Really feel yourself going into a myofascial release, the relax, and then push hard and have a breath or 2. Push, 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 push. Feel the blood coming up to your head. Brilliant thoughts. And then let it go with a then roll to the other side and have some bounces or squishing side to side, anywhere that feels good for you. And then push down and have 3 breaths to ask for new blood to the head. My migraine people find that this really helps when they feel it coming on. They get on all 4s and they do knee to chest, and then I get them on their back doing this. Release, come back to center, open your mouth with a bend your knees, bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms in the letter Y shape above your head, palms facing in, and start to rock your feet side to side, your knees side to side. So this particular author talks about as one gets older, one develops more limitations. Oh, I can't do that. I can, no. He says, reframe your limitations. This is the gateway to growth. So is there something in your life you say, I can't, just because maybe you lack the energy, but now you're going to say, I can't? Reframe your limitations right now. What would it be? Just say it. Don't worry about it. Just say it. Go a little further with your knees right to left. See if there's more room through the quadriceps and the front of the hip after all our sitting we did. See if the kneecaps want to push to the floor to pull on the lower back. Watch how far the knees want to go before the back says, stop. I'm not quite ready for that big rotation. Number 5 of the things that he says, sometimes we get this blasé feeling, we lose that zip for life. And his words are rummage for the awe. You know how you go, oh, look at that moon, rummage for that awe. Reach for the ping, you know, that ping of happiness, like, oh, I'm so happy. Reach for the ping. And settle for the best. You're entitled to the best. Drop your knees to the right. Take right heel on left wrist. Squeeze butt on left forward and pull shoulder blade on left down, and have 3 big breaths here now, holding on for that front of the thigh, or maybe it's the outside of the quad. You choose how far to go. Can you pull that shoulder down one more time? And then let go of the butt. Unhook the legs. Bring your feet wide as your mat and rock side to side. Maybe you notice you can go a little further now through the back and widen the feet and turn the toes out. I love this statement. He says, celebrate the donut versus the whole. Celebrate the donut versus the whole. Oh, you know, we're always looking at that half full or totally full. You know, that donut is pretty big and luscious. How often do you celebrate the donut rather than the whole? A little bit further with the knees. See if you can pull on the lower back now. Your joints are warm in this position, and they want to see how far the back can twist, because you don't want to be out on your paddleboard and twist your lower back and find, oh, whoa, I've never been there before. We're practicing lower back twisting. And when you're ready, drop to the left. Take your left heel on top of right knee and squeeze your butt forward. And pull that shoulder on the right down if you can, and out, and breathe. I like this point about the pilgrimage of third act. Cherish soul friends and fire the energy vampires and then the narcissists from your life. Whoa, it's a pretty big one. Cherish soul friends and fire the energy vampires. You know, those energy vampires are the ones that you have to put your shield up because they want you to be less than. And then the narcissists are only interested in themselves, never ask about you, never concerned. Do you want to hang out with people like that? That's what he says in your third act. Then release your shoulder, come back up to center, bring the soles of the feet together, walk them into the groin, bring your hands behind your head, intertwine fingers on the ball, and pause. Let your shoulders relax. And all you're going to do is relax your lower torso. And you're going to think about pulling the shoulder blades down and the elbows into floor and tucking the chin. Here we go. Inhale, pull down into floor with elbows, wide shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull down, wide shoulders, release. Inhale, wide shoulders, release. Okay, now add the belly. Here we go. Wide shoulders, rib cage, belly into floor. Squeeze Mula Bandha up and fire your butt. Squeeze hard as you can. Let it go. Elbows down, shoulders wide, rib cage in, Mula Bandha up. Squeeze butt as hard as you can. Activate, and then let it go with a Last one. Elbows, shoulders wide, chin tucked, rib cage, belly, Mula Bandha. Anus pull up, squeeze butt, release with a Now very slowly bring both arms down by your side and listen to the reverberation, keeping knees where they are. What did it feel like for those shoulders? And then as slow as you can, bring both knees in and listen to what happens there. Bring one knee to chest and follow it with the other knee and make a choice. Do I want to take my ball away? Do I want to put something, a block behind, or am I happy with just coming to the floor? Rock side to side. Maybe draw a circle. Look around now for your strap. And take the strap into the arch of your right foot. So lift your chest up and reach that leg up to sky and take the arch of the foot. Take the other leg and extend it along the floor so it's straight. Lift that heel up to sky on the right. Head is down on the ground. Open your mouth with a show up no matter what. Show up no matter what. On those bad days, you feel bad, but people expect you to show up. What do? You show up. I have friends that I know after reading these kinds of things that they never show up for me, but I've made a choice to have them in my life. But I know that I don't expect them to show up. Do you want to fire them and get rid of them? Do you have friends that don't show up for you? People who don't show up. Do you show up for yourself? That's the best question ever. Very slowly walk your chest and your hands up to your feet, rounding your spine before we go into twist. So lift all the way up and then bend the knee into center chest, like really bend the knee into center chest. Bend, bend, and then pull that long leg away from you. Pull, 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 pull. And then slowly extend the leg and bring the chest back down to the ground and open your mouth with a ah. Take the strap into the right hand. Lift the chest up and start to bring that right knee into the right armpit. Squeeze it down, way out to the side. Bend, bend, chest up, eyes up, look up, lift up. Heel is on top of the knee. Squeeze it down. One more breath here. And very slowly, head comes down, leg comes up to sky. Open your mouth with a ah. Hold on to the strap with both hands. The next wisdom, let go of things you can't change. Whoa, that's for me today. You're living with a person who might not have hearing. Can you change it? No. So let it go. Take the strap into the left hand now, and right hand comes out in T-shape, palms facing down. Come all the way across your body, and then come back up with that leg. Continue floating it down towards the ground and back up, pulling on your lower back crosswise. You might keep your shoulder towards the ground, or you may let it float on the left side on and off. Take time for solidarity. Take time for solitude. As we go into older, we find that we need more time to feel the solitude and silence. And the next point, knowing when to connect and disconnect. Do you know when that you need to disconnect and just find that quiet aloneness? Not lonely, alone. And on your last one, bring it all the way across your body, and it might fall to the floor by bending the knee. And then take your eyes with your palm facing up to that long arm and have some breaths. By showing up at yoga, we're a community of people alone on their mat. Wow, what an oxymoron of words. We can find our spot and have support through our community. And his last point, take comfort in the mystery of mortality. We're all born and we'll all die. And be comfortable with the mystery of mortality. Take your arm now in the letter H shape, right above your shoulder on the right. Turn your palm inward and pull through the rib cage down. The rib cage activates, and then the rib cage releases. The rib cage activates, the rib cage releases. Rib cage activates, and the rib cage releases. 2 more times, activation, release. Last one, activation, release. Bring that hand down by your side, and then on your butt, give yourself some tapping Do you want to tap down your leg? Do you want to use your fist? What do you want to use now? Did you find a spot that you might want to take your finger and work through that? You choose where you're at by moving through the spaces of your fingers, feeling the delight of it all. Nourish, you might stroke yourself, you might pat yourself. What do you need right now for your fascia, your skin, your body? And then pull your belly button backwards and bring your leg back up to center. Take away your strap and bring that knee into chest and move it around so that your body feels that that joint is out of that big movement. Keep moving around. Keep moving around. Beautiful. Any way that you feel it. And then straighten both legs along the ground. Open your mouth with that. Ah. Bring both knees to chest, hands to knees, and rock side to side. Maybe draw a circle with your tail, anything that makes your body feel. And you're the commander of your body, remember. You are your greatest healer and teacher. You just have to take the time to listen. And when your body is ready, look for your strap and take the strap into the arch of the left foot and reach that heel up to sky. Extend that leg on the right along the floor and pause. And then slowly lift your chest up and walk your nose up to your toes. Pause right there. And then bring the knee to center chest, not out to the side, but even closer into the center. Pull it down. Take that long leg and pull it far away from you and breathe. Beautiful, beautiful. And then slowly head down, leg back up to sky, and open your mouth with a ah. Take the strap now into your right hand. Lift the chest all the way up and bring the kneecap way out to your armpit as far out as you can, and bring that heel over top of the kneecap. Hold that pose and pull that long wet leg away from you again for those hip flexors on the right side. Pull that long leg away. One more breath here, pulling that knee down. And then slowly bring your head back down to the ground and straighten your leg to sky. Feel that juicy hip. Take the strap into the right hand. Take the left palm out in T-shape, palms facing down. And take that left leg all the way across to right and back up. You can let the shoulder on the left rock, or you can hold the shoulder down. What do you want to do? Nobody grows old merely by living number of years. We grow old by deserting our ideas. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm, ideals, wrinkles the soul. Where is it pulling? What are you feeling right now? Watch the body. Feel the body. Let it respond to what you need. Get to know what you need. And then take that leg across your body to the right, left leg, and turn your palm up on the left and take your eyes to the left and pull your belly button back and have some breaths in contemplation of navigating that third chapter, ideas. Number one, embrace life as a pilgrimage, not a journey. Number two, focus on self-respect, focus on self-awareness, and focus on self-transcendency. Number three, reframe limitations. Think of things that you are limited at and look at them as gateways to growth. Next, rummage for the ah, reach for the ping, settle for the best. Celebrate the donut versus the whole. Cherish soul friends and fire the energy vampires and narcissists from your life. Show up no matter what for those that you value. Let go of things that you can't change. Take time for silence and solitude. Get to know when to disconnect and when to connect. And lastly, take comfort in the mystery of your mortality. Slowly take that right hand to your hip and acknowledge the hip either in a stroke or a patch or a pump or a fist. What do you want to do now for that beautiful place called the hips that we hold old stories? Is there an old story that you keep replaying, ruminating on? Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Ah, yes, I did it. And then slowly, when you're ready, come back up to center. Release your strap. Bring both knees to chest, hands to knees, rock side to side. Ah. Pull your tail on and off the floor. You're on your back with the ball in your butt or maybe your lower back. You're finding spots that you might push down on and hold. That's your myofascial release. You choose. Or you might rock. Or you might bring your kneecap in and out of your chest. Or you might flap one knee out to the side. You'll find some spots that will delight in your practice. Maybe you discover another spot on the other side. Try it and play around. We could stay here all day, getting to know tension spots, join spots between bone and bone and bone and muscle. Discovering you do know you are your greatest healer. Is there a push or a bounce? Or is there patience of holding it in one spot? How engaged are you in this pilgrimage of your practice? Keep moving or keep staying quiet. And then very slowly lift back up off your ball, up into bridge, and just lift up and feel your bridge and have a couple of breaths in bridge. Maybe a couple of breaths. And then slowly roll down and bring both knees to chest. Drop the knees to the right. Take your left arm and your eyes to that side. Thankful. Thankful for that pilgrimage. Here are the words from Josh Groban. Someday we will forget to look around us. Some days we can't see the joy that surrounds us, so caught up inside ourselves. We take when we should give. So for tonight we pray for what we can be. And on this day, we hope for what we will see, can't see. It's us. It's up to us to be the change. And even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. Slowly bring your knees to chest and move around on your back. Open your mouth with a drop your knees to the other side. Take that arm out in T and look to the arm. There's so much to be thankful for. Look beyond ourselves. There's so much sorrow. It's way too late to say, I'll cry tomorrow. Each of us must find our truth. It's so long overdue. So for tonight, we pray for what we know can be. And every day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change. And even though we all can still do more, there's so much to be thankful for. What are you thankful for right now? Slowly come back to center, move around, knees maybe circle, open your mouth. And when your body is ready, make your way to your expression of Shavasana, that quiet integration of your practice. Maybe you have a blankie or a pillow or something behind your head or eye pillows. In celebration of this third act, I leave you with David White, who's one of my favorite poets. His expression of this wonderful journey into the third act. It doesn't interest me if there's one God or many gods. I want to know if you belong or feel abandoned, if you know despair or you can see it in others. I want to know if you're prepared to live in the world with its harsh needs, the harsh needs that want to change you. If you can look back with firm eyes, saying, this is where I stand. I want to know if you can melt into that first fierce heat of living, falling towards the center of your longing, I want to know if you are willing to live day by day with the consequences of love and the bitter, unwanted passion of your sure defeat. I have heard that fierce embrace. I have heard that fierce embrace of living life to the fullest. The body is relaxed and rejuvenated. The mind has done its reflection, and the soul has done its receiving. What will you take away from the class today for you? Just note it, and you might choose to share it with someone that you trust deeply, someone that you show up for. Or you might journal it, or you might take some time in solitude and reflect on what was important for you today that you want to remember. Or as always, the permission to throw everything out as garbage is okay too. Start to move your fingers and your toes. And maybe make some sounds out of your mouth, or maybe other orifices that need releasing. Maybe stretch your arms above your head, or maybe move your jaw around and take your tongue in and out. What are you looking forward to right now today for all of those things about the third act? No matter, even if you're not in your third act, they all apply to everyone. And then bring both knees to chest and rock side to side. Thankful. Thank you, Josh. And roll to your right side, turn your nose to Mother Earth, and feel the thankfulness of you showing up in your practice today. Thank you for showing up for others also in support of our community. Pushing your hands into the earth and making your way up to sitting. Looking around in the universe, online, wherever you are, just look around physically and put a smile on your face going into today's life. Thank you, Margot, for your practice, and everyone that's here, and also everyone online. Namaste. May the light in you salute the light in me and everyone in the world.